Morning and welcome to another episode, and this week we are swapping our fantastic and trusty Nissan ENV 200 for this, the Citroen eDispatch, fully electric with a 75 kilowatt hour battery. Please remember to check out our other videos and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you get notifications each time we upload another video. Yesterday I drove 300 miles in it and it's had a fair test. I did two very quick rapid charges on high power chargers. So I did one for 15 minutes on the M25 south of London, and I did one in Rugby for exactly 10 minutes. And because this supports 100 kilowatt charging, or 99 kilowatts, and will do that, you can get yourself 100 miles in a very short amount of time, and that's normally enough for people to do what they want. It certainly was for me anyway. I have got some negatives. The first one being that it's very big. It's a very big vehicle. There seems to be a lot of area down the front that I can't see, and quite a few blind areas. But I'm okay. I've got a Class 1 licence for driving commercial vehicles, so I don't have any issues with the size, but I can imagine some people may. But you'll probably get used to it. Second one is the seat is a little bit firm, and I don't seem to be able to get 100% comfortable, but I think again that's because this is a brand new van. I feel like they'll supple up, and that'll be fine after a while. In terms of efficiency, over 305 miles is average 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour, which is probably pretty realistic. It's got a very big frontal area, and it's got to plough through the wind as well as carry all my weight in the back. So, but that's not bad. Times 70 usable by 2.8, you probably come out with about 180, something like that. So on the plus side, it drives absolutely beautifully. It's got loads of power. It hasn't got adaptive cruise, but it's got cruise. But the drive is effortless, it really is. And for my arms, I've got a little armrest here, which you ratchet up, and it is lovely. It is lovely. So I'm really impressed with it in terms of that. The build quality inside is first class. I mean, it's a van. You've got hard plastics and stuff, but that's what you put in a van because they're going to get dirty and probably damaged. But there's not a single rattle on this van. It's absolutely well bolted down, so you won't have any issues thinking, the build quality is not going to be great. That's just not going to be the case. It really is very good. Now, I'm not going to make this a video about what I'm fixing or anything like that. This is purely going to be about the range of the vehicle, the way I drive it, and how it's doing. So at the moment I've got 81 miles to get to my job, which is a Nissan Leaf, and then I've got another job, but this is down in London. I've got another job which I'll do, and then I'll be heading home. So at the end of the day, I'll tell you what I've done, rapids, and I expect that by the end of the week, this will have covered probably, looking at my jobs, maybe about 11 or 1200 miles. So it'll be a hard week for it, but if my ENV can do it, this can definitely do it, because one thing that slows me down is a warm battery, and we don't get that with this. So anyway folks, I will see you at my first charging stop somewhere or in London, and see you there. Alright folks, let me just give you a quick update. I am here at South Mim Services. It's 10 to 7. I'm at a Tesla supercharger, as you can see just there. I've just done a door handle for an Uber driver. I've got a lot of Uber drivers that I do door handles for because obviously they get used a lot. And I've got 54 miles of range left. I've travelled exactly 140 so far, so that's going to work out about 190, which is about right. From here I'm going to start heading home. It's probably 100-ish miles, so I'm going to need to stop somewhere, so let's see how we get on. Okay, so I am at Milton Keynes charging hub. I started on 300 miles this morning and I've done 479, so I've done 179 miles. I got here with 9 miles remaining and about 9%. I probably could have got a few more out of it, but that's not too bad. That's pretty good. Now, what I want to show you is, because it's a bit negative, just see the van charging away there. So it's charging away fine, but this is one of the problems we've got. Charger not working. This guy's on one of the ones that is working. Charger not working. So there's 8 machines here. Then we come around to here. Charger not working. Screen completely frozen. This van here is one of the ones that is charging. It's at 95%, but this will sit here all night. Okay, then we come over here. We've got another one just there. That will sit there all night. That will sit there all night. And there was one here as well. Fortunately, the guy came and moved it. But you know, that isn't cricket. Now we've got a subscription for Polar, for BP Pulse, and tonight I cancel it when I get home because this just isn't the way it should be. They want to entice people to come in here and use these machines. Shocking, absolutely shocking. I'm sorry if I'm coming across a little bit irate. I'm really annoyed about it, really annoyed. There's plenty of other good services out there that you can use. But anyway, van's doing a splendid job. 180 miles, probably could have got a few more. I'm here charging, it's all good. So I'll see you in the morning. Morning folks, just to give you a quick update on where we're at. We've done 512 miles so far, 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. A bit of a mare yesterday charging. Finished off at Rugby at grid serve, and now I'm back up to 100%, and that is giving me a range of 186 miles, so which is pretty good. And now we're off up to Burton-on-Trent, which is quite close, and then to Knutsford. All right, that's a major service just done on the Nissan Leaf. The weather's been torrential, really wet, but it is what it is. I'm now going to Knutsford. The van is nearly 100% charged still. I did have the option to plug in, but it just wasn't really worth it, and it's still maintaining 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and I've done 556 miles so far. So I've got 60 miles to go. It's going to take an hour and 28 minutes to get there, and that's for a Tesla Model S. But I thought I'd just use this opportunity to tell you a few things that I'm really liking about the van. Apart from the build quality, which I've already mentioned, the way the doors close and the way it drives. I mentioned that the seat wasn't very comfortable, but I've since found that the lumbar, which is tucked away down here under the armrest, I didn't even know it had it, was wound all the way out. And I always have the lumbar wound in, and I've since wound it in, and now actually the seat's fine. So yeah, it's supportive enough, but it's actually supple enough as well that you're not too uncomfortable. Now you might be able to hear the rain, it's belting it down, and auto wipers, they are first class, absolutely work as you would want them to. And I've got an EV at home which isn't cheap, and the auto wipers are just the most horrific thing on the car. They really are. They're just useless, and these are brilliant, so I'm really impressed by those. Also the auto lights, which I got a chance to have a go with last night because I was back a little bit late, and they work really well as well. They drop very quickly when the car comes the other way, and they're back up almost instantly. But also these are on halogens. You can get LED lights as an option, but these are on halogen, and they're pretty good. Surprisingly, my experience of halogens generally is that they're not particularly good, especially if they're through projectors. But these are through standard headlights, reflector headlights, and yeah, they show the road up quite good. Also, you've got directional lights in the fact that it puts the fog lights on as you're going around corners, and they do genuinely help, because as I mentioned earlier on, there's quite a big area that you can't see down in front of both the A-pillars, because you feel quite high up, and it definitely lights up the road, it definitely helps. So far it's been an enjoyable 3 days, apart from the weather. Yeah, so
Quite pleased, quite happy. So anyway, I'll leave it there and I'll see you in Knutsford. Bye for now. Okay, so I've just finished my job in Knutsford. I'm a little bit lost with my mileage from what I've started with because I'm using one trip, but I'm on 616 miles so far. I've got between 50 and 60% state of charge and 89 miles remaining, and I've got, if I look, 87 miles to get home, so that's quite close. But the GOM is pretty accurate on this, so I think it'll be fine. I'll let you know what I'm on when I get home, so it should be roughly 700 and something when I'm home, and we'll see what I've got in terms of state of charge. So right, I'll see you at home. Oh folks, that's me at home. So awful journey back. The weather is really horrible out there, but I'm up to 702 miles now. I got back with 17 miles, and I'm going to guess at about 10-ish% looking at the analog gauge. I'll just show you that actually so you can see it yourself. Yeah, a heater on all the way back as well because it's quite nasty, as I said. 702 miles, 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. Admittedly, I did hoon it a little bit on my last bit of my journey because I know I have plenty of battery left. So and in terms of the vans, I mean, this leaves all the other vans for dead. It's got so much power, so much torque. Even with the weight in the back, it's not really that loaded, but I don't doubt that even fully loaded, this would still skin most other vans without too much of an issue. Now, a couple of things that I wanted to go through, because we're 700 miles in now, I wanted to just touch on a few things that I like. So, space. So, under here, look at that. Nice little storage space there. It's also got a lining in it to stop keys and things rattling if you do use it. I know I've already mentioned this, but the space down here in these doors, I mean, I could almost get my clodhopper in there if I tried. Look at that. Size 10 boot in there, no problem at all. Now I've just got to get it out. Yeah, no problems. Storage under here, storage here, no glove box, but a little bit of storage there. Again, that door card. We've got the fold down thing just there, and again, if I spin round and open there, look, there's even storage at the bottom of that door card there, and then this really useful little area here. They've utilised every single bit of space they can in the van to make it more practical, and it's so good. It really is so good. It's just a beautiful van to drive, and I'm really enjoying it. So nice 180 miles today, I think I worked it out to be, just maybe 178, and I've got home with 17 on the range. So I wouldn't be able to do that in my van, that's for sure. But again, this is a much newer van with a much bigger battery. So anyway, it's Friday, so I'm off for the weekend. I'll see you Monday. We're off somewhere, don't know. I'll let you know Monday. So take care, see you then. Morning, and today is Monday. Lovely day, lovely weather, and quite a local day for us in terms of mileage. I'm off to Burton Latimer, which is on the A14 near Kettering, and it's 41 miles. I did use the van over the weekend. I nipped to Cheltenham, so we're now up to 857 miles. Still 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and we're fully charged, ready to go. So let's see how we get on. Right folks, so this is me, Burton Latimer. I've just finished servicing that Nissan Leaf. Brakes completely seized up on the front on the other side, which wasn't great. It took me probably about an hour and a half longer than it should have done. Let's bring it over to the van. The van is looking progressively more messy and more messy by the day. So, but doing a spanking job. Let's take you around and show you where we're up to on the mileage. So looking there so far, 898 miles, still 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and I think my journey here was 41 miles, and I'm going to say about 80 something% there, but around about 80. So yeah, still on for around about the 180 190 mile mark. The great thing is, actually, what I've realised is I don't have to charge at people's houses with this van, which is nice. I could have charged, but I didn't need to. So yeah, it's good. But doing a great job, loving it. Right, I'm off to Cambridge now. I've got a Tesla to do over there. It's about another 60 miles, so I'll see you there. All right, so that's Tesla Model 3 service done. Nothing that it needed. It's quite low mileage, 12,000 miles. Funnily enough, actually, I couldn't charge here. The guy doesn't have a charger outside of a 3-pin plug, which is no problem for me now in this. It will be next week when I'm back in the EMV. I'll just show you where we're up to on mileage. We've done 937 in total, 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and 80 miles today. You can see there that I've got about 60%, maybe just over, and I've got an available range showing of 116. So that's no problem. That'll take me straight back to Rugby. I'll plug in at Rugby for about 20 minutes and then straight home. All right, so that is me back here at Rugby. I always stop here for a little top off on the way back because it's very fast, very powerful. I'm just looking at it now and it's actually charging at 99 kilowatts. I got back here with 49 miles and 28%. It's already up to 30%. So today so far, I've done 142 miles and I managed 3 miles per kilowatt hour, and all in all, I've done 1,000 miles, 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour average. So it's going really well over the week. So when I first got in this, I mean, it's a beast. It's a big van. But over the week, it's just gradually grown on me more and more and more. I'm starting to like all these little things, like I can stop here for literally 15 minutes and put enough in and then go home. That's enough time for me to run in and have a wee, and that is literally it. And the space in the van, the way it feels, the build quality, everything about it is just very, very good. It'll be an interesting day tomorrow because it's got a very long day. I'm down on the south coast. I'm going down to Poole. I've got 2 jobs down there, so that's going to be another 300-mile day. So by the time we've finished, it'll probably have about 1,300 miles on it. But yeah, all going well, loving it so far, and hopefully it'll give you a good insight into what the van's like and what it can do. I mean, if you're doing 1,000 miles a week, you can use one of these, but most people aren't. So it should cater for most people's needs. So anyway, I'll leave it there. I'll see you guys in the morning. So take care. Bye for now. Morning, folks. So today is Tuesday. It's a long day for me. I've just put my location in. It's 170 miles, 3 hours and 17 minutes. And that's about near the limit of what the van can do, but the van will do it, so that's good. I've just put the heater on and I got heat within about 10 seconds, and the whole cabin's toasty. It's been on for about a minute, so that works well. That's one of the benefits of driving electric. Anyway, yeah, 170 miles to go. I'll just cover up my address there, and you can see that. I'll see you there. Right, folks, so I'm down in Poole. I couldn't film anything where I was, so I'm doing it now. So far I've done 171 miles and I've done 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, and I've got about 20% left. I reset the other trip that had my total mileage on it, but I started on 3339 and I'm now on 4516. So a good 1,200 miles ish there so far, which is good. One of my second jobs today is cancelled, so I've pulled another job forward, which is actually booked in for tomorrow, which is just up the road. So I'm going to go and do that, which is a Nissan Leaf with a major service, 12-volt battery. So I'm going to go and do that instead. So I'll see you there. Right, folks, so I'm in Tesco's car park. I've just pulled in and I'm using this Pod Point. Been on it for 53 minutes, up to 80%, 38 kilowatt hours. Splendid, works really well. I used it off the app, but you can use contactless on that as well. I'm going to leave it for about 5 more minutes, and then I've got a job up the road, which is a Nissan Leaf for a major service. So far, I think I've done 190 miles, something like that. So it had a good 20% in when I got here, so pretty good. So van's doing well. Anyway, I'll see you at my next job. Okay, folks, that's I've just done a a major service on that. It's had a new 12 volt. Actually serviced that in January, but it's such a high mileage Leaf. It's done 21,000 since then, so it's just come in for a major. And that's just 7 months, so it's a really well used car. So let me show you where the van's at. I don't know if you can see that. So we've done 189 miles today and 352 since yesterday. My total mileage I'll work out for you. Something I've just noticed, which I was just nosing around inside here, and just found this little blue cord, and look at that. And that, they're my charging cables, but that opens up, and that means that if you, excuse the van, if you have a massive piece of wood or ladders, you can undo this, flip it down, and you can slide it straight through that gap, which that is really useful. I've seen this before on other Citroens and French variants, so yeah, really good. Under there, and then seat down, beautiful. All right, now back to Hinckley. So I think it's about 170 miles, so I'll see you there. Hi folks, so it is my last day end of with the Citroen eDispatch, and I just want to show you a few figures. We started off with 3339, so about 1400 miles, and then this is today. If I flick through, 349 miles, and that's yesterday and today, and 3 miles per kilowatt hour, so not bad. Anyway, I just wanted to give you one last look around it. Listen to that, the way that closes. There is buckets of room in there. It is huge. Every time I get in here, I look at it and I think, camper van, camper conversion, perfect. Round to the back doors, swing them open. You can unlock them as well, and you can fold them. You can fold them flush. You can't fold them all the way round, which will hinder some people, but not many. And then again, if we come around here, twin side loading doors, and then excuse the mess again, but what a bit of kit. I've been so impressed by it, and I wasn't expecting to be impressed. I was thinking it would do a much lower range. I was thinking I was going to get 120, 130 out of it, but in the real world this will do you 180 miles if you're careful with it. So I found that the ideal driving speed was about 100. The ideal driving speed was about 65. If you can do 60, you'll get more, but 65, and it'll pull that sort of range. We've had good conditions pretty much, so that probably will drop a little bit in the winter, but yeah, fantastic. Now then, price. You can get these for just over 25 grand plus VAT, so you've got a lot of space there and a lot of van. It drives superbly. I couldn't really pick up any bad points about it. Even the software inside, which I was expecting to be glitchy, perfect, no issues at all through the whole week. You can get it up to 34 grand when you start going for range topping and all that business, but actually as a workhorse, if you can plug this in at home every night, you are laughing. It's really going to do the job for you, and it's going to do it cheaply. So all in all, I've loved it. I really have. It's been a great week, and I'm going to be sad to see this go, because I'm now going to take all this out and put it back into my Nissan EMV 200, and I've got a long day tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. But please, if you're looking for a van, diesel, check one of these out first. They'll give you a loaner, and you can use it for a week or a couple of days and see what you reckon. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.